How good would Clash Royale cards be as comedians? My name is Will the Reaper, and that's what I'll be determining in today's video. This idea is brought to us by Quasar675. So if you are seeing this video, please drop a comment so I can pin it and give you a shout out. Anyway, let's get started. Skeletons, I feel like, would definitely have some good slapstick comedy. They can't really communicate, like, they can't talk. I know most of them can't talk. And I'm more of, like, a verbal guy. I like it when people, like, tell jokes. But nonetheless, slapstick is pretty good. I think they'd have some good jokes out of that. Bomber, also similarly, I think he would also have some good jokes. He would, especially with those bombs, he could definitely make, like, a lot of people laugh. But then after, like, he's not exploding stuff, it just wouldn't be that good. Both goblins, like spear and regular, are getting the whole squad laughing. Like, you just know they have the funniest, most vile, dark humor imaginable. And I could not wait to hear what they could possibly joke about. Unless it crosses like a border where, like, should I call the police on them? You know what I mean? Like, but I feel like they'd be very good at comedy. Zap spell is just like not maybe like two chuckles if it zaps like, I don't know, a barbarian, and then that's it. But then after that, like, it wouldn't be funny. The knight, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like the knight would not really be that funny. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's just kind of like a basic guy. I don't think he'd be the funniest dude. Archers are definitely not funny. They always have like an attitude. They don't seem like they would care about doing comedy. Minions wouldn't be funny. They look pissed. I don't think they'd care about making people laugh. Arrows, like, I don't know. Again, if the arrows actually no, if there's a swarm of arrows, no one's gonna find that funny. That'd be terrifying. Maybe cannon can be funny. Again, if it hits like a barbarian and we all laugh at it, but then if it goes off a second time, we're like, what? Tesla, same thing. Mortar, well, if the mortar is in like, in like a little like nightclub or whatever, he's not even gonna be able to shoot. It's not gonna be able to shoot anything, so it wouldn't be able to, like, whatever. So, I don't know, not funny mortar. Barbarians, I don't know. Barbarians they seem like they're very slapstick, but they seem very unintelligent. They just might like hit each other. And after like the first 5 hits, it's like nice. But then after that, like, it's just boring. Minion Horde's not funny. The tombstone itself is not funny. Again, the skeletons could give some slapstick, some good humor, but the tombstone itself can physically not do anything. I feel like Musketeer could have like a hidden joke here or there. Honestly, I'll say some good jokes. I don't know why. I feel like she could give a very like just made like 3 jokes she heard online, but they're like very good. Valkyrie, kind of like the barbarians. I don't know. Like, she seems very aggressive. Honestly, I don't think the Valkyrie would be funny. Hog Rider is hilarious. We all know the Hog Rider is just absolutely hilarious. He's probably like the top comedian, if I'm being honest. He's got the whole squad laughing. I don't know. Mini P.E.K.K.A would just say pancakes, and then that's it. So get like 2 chuckles out of people, and that's it. Fireball, again, if it sets someone on fire, it can be funny. Like a barbarian, it can be funny, but then like after that, just no. The bomb tower itself can't actually do anything, similar to the Goblin Hut. Like, I don't know, like what? It would just sit there. At least the cannon can shoot out stuff. Giant, I don't know. I think the giant would have like maybe like 1 or 2 like decent jokes. But I don't think the jokes would be that funny. Wizard, kind of like the Hog Rider. You already know the wizard's gonna have some incredible wordplay. Some just like, I don't know. I feel like he'd be very good at like making like intelligent jokes and stuff. Like stuff you have to think outside the box for. But then once you understand what he's saying, it's like hilarious. Inferno Tower, I didn't even think it'd be funny. If the Inferno Tower just melted somebody, like, that would not. At least with a fireball, there's like the little like explosion. It's like, ah, but like Inferno Tower, it's like you're literally, it would just melt someone immediately, and it'd be horrifying. Rocket, I mean, maybe the rocket gets like a chuckle if it blows up a barbarian, but then after that, it's just no. Elixir Collector, like, it can't do anything. Barb Height can't do anything. Mirror can't do anything. Rage Spell can't do anything. Skeleton Army, I mean, it's just kind of like skeletons. I feel like they'd be good at slapstick, but then after that, no. The Goblin Barrel itself can't like do anything. Maybe the goblins like perfect a routine for the barrel, but the barrel itself can't actually do anything. Baby dragon, I mean it's just a baby. I don't think the dragon would know any good jokes. Free spell is not funny. Witch, maybe she gives like two decent jokes, maybe some like grandma jokes, and then it's like, haha, but then after that, like, no. Prince has probably got some good humor. Maybe I don't think he'd be like the funniest guy in town, but he definitely would have some good jokes. Balloon, though, the balloon itself can't do anything. Now, Giant Skeleton, I think Giant Skeleton would probably do slapstick alongside the regular skeletons. So we'll go with he's got some good slapstick humor. Lightning, I mean, lightning, depending on where the lightning strikes, it might be funny, right? If it strikes like three barbarians, then it'd be funny, but then after that, it's terrifying. Expo, I don't know. Expo would get booed off stage immediately. Pekka, I mean, Pekka has like butterfly, right? That's all she would say. So maybe she chases a butterfly and falls, some slapstick, like two chuckles. I don't even know what the goal. If I'm being honest, I don't even know what the golem does. Like in the Clash universe, I feel like he might have some good jokes if he can talk. Yeah, I still have intuition. Royal Giant is definitely a smarter giant. He has that. He has that cunning intelligence. He's definitely got a few jokes cooking up. Three Musketeers. I mean, kind of like the regular Musketeer, but there's like three of them, so they could all work together to think of some of the best comedy. Dark Prince. I think Dark Prince wouldn't really be that funny if I'm being honest. Maybe like two chuckles, but I think it would be depressing. Actually, no, I take that back. Dark Prince would be like depressing. Watch Poison Spell would not be funny. Princess, I don't think Princess would be funny. I think the Ice Wizard might get like two chuckles. I don't see the Ice Prince, the Ice Wizard. I don't think the Ice Wizard would be the funniest guy. What's it called? Fire Spirit. I think maybe like two chuckles for slapstick, but then after that, no. Furnace, like same thing, slapstick humor. Guards, slapstick. The Miner, I feel like the Miner might have some good stories. I feel like like the comedians that always tell like stories about their lives, like the jobs that they work at. I feel like Miner would have some very good stories to hear, but I don't know if he's be like the funniest guy ever. Sparky would like shoot somebody and then we'd all laugh, and then after that, no. Lava Hound, I don't think it'd be funny. Ice Spirit, again, maybe slapstick, and then that's it. I think Bowler would have some good jokes. He seems like he's a funny guy. I think he'd have some good jokes. Log would not be funny. Lumberjack, I mean, Lumberjack's like a raging alcoholic. Honestly, like, if he drinks an entire bottle of elixir, we gotta see what he could possibly do. I feel like he could have the whole squad laughing, but that's being generous. He might just fall on his face after, talking into the microphone. I don't think the Snow Golem would be funny. I don't think the Mega Minion would be funny. Inferno Dragon, maybe like two chuckles. I don't think he'd be really that funny. Graveyard Spell can't physically do anything. Elite Barbarians, maybe they're like, maybe because like the Barbarians have like a bromance, so maybe they have some like funny jokes about that, some life stories. Other than that, no. Tornado Spell could be pretty funny, but it is kind of like a one-trick pony, so two chuckles. Oh, the Tornado Spell just throws everything around. Oh, that's so funny, and then that's it. Clone Spell cannot do anything. No, Electro Wizard. I feel like Electro Wizard could have some good jokes. Yeah, I don't know. Goblin Gang, you already know all six of those goblins are gonna try their best to make everyone laugh. You already know they're all menaces. They're gonna get the whole squad laughing. They're like in middle school, the one like loud, obnoxious, like friend that you have, right? And like everybody hates them but also loves them because they're unbelievably stupid, but they're so funny that it's like, oh, I love being in this person's presence. They'll do anything for a laugh, you know what I mean? Um Dark Goblin, I don't think the Dark Goblin would be funny. Battering Ram can't do anything. Executioner, I feel like might have some good jokes, especially in being an executioner. You could probably tell some dark humor. Bats, maybe like slapstick, two chuckles. Heal Spirit, I don't know, maybe two chuckles. Bandit, I think Bandit could have some good jokes, right? She's a bandit. She's like a criminal. She probably has some funny stories to tell. Night Witch, kind of like the regular witch, I guess. Two chuckles. Skeleton Barrel itself cannot tell a joke or anything. It's not be funny. Flying Machine, I don't think it'd be funny. Cannon Cart probably wouldn't be funny. At least with the Actually, hold on. I'm gonna put the Cannon Cart next to the regular cannon, because like it'd be funny to see a cannon shoot a barbarian, right? But imagine like you just see the cannon cart slowly roll up to the stage and then immediately just shoot somebody. I think that would be pretty funny. Okay, here's the problem. I don't know if Mega Knight would have the worst jokes ever or the most dark humor jokes I've ever heard, that like he's a straight menace. Because he is a mid-ladder menace, I want to say that like he would have some really good and like dark humor jokes, but at the same time, I feel like since everybody hates him, he'd also have like the worst jokes ever. Oh, what do I do? Let's see. He was a knight who got bullied because his hands were too small. So he might have some good jokes about like him building the armor. I don't know. I'm being very generous. With the Mega Knight, he's on one spectrum. Either the whole squad laughing or not funny. He's not in the middle. I'll be very generous with that. Uh Zappies, again, slapstick, like two chuckles. Bar Barrel can't physically do anything. Hunter probably has like dad jokes. I don't know, two chuckles. Royal Ghost. Yeah, I mean, he probably makes some jokes about how he's like dead. I feel like that could land. I don't know. Magic Archer, I definitely think would have like one good joke and that's it. Rascals would just do like slapstick. They'd probably do like toddler humor. Like maybe one thing's funny, but then after that, no. Snowball. I mean, hitting someone in the face with a snowball would be funny. So like two chuckles. Warrior Recruits, I don't think they'd be funny. I think they'd kind of just like stand behind the microphone and not talk. Royal Hogs. I mean, if they just run around everywhere, that could be funny. It's like a couple chuckles. Goblin Giant. I think Goblin Giant would definitely have some good like dad jokes. Stories about being a father and stuff. I think he worded pretty well. Electro Dragon. I don't know, maybe like two chuckles, kind of like the Inferno Dragon. Now Ram Rider. I don't know. Ram Rider, I feel like could probably have like one or two good jokes. I don't know enough about the Ram Rider's personality. But I think she'll be around two chuckles. Excuse me. Sorry, I had a long day at work. Wall Breakers. Again, kind of like more like slapstick stuff, right? Maybe some good jokes, kind of like the regular skeleton. Earthquake Spell would not be funny. I need to hear the stories about the Goblin Cage. He would be so funny. I would not be, I could not wait to hear such a thing. Fisherman, I feel like has like just dad jokes, maybe like two chuckles. Elixir Golem, you're not funny. You will never be funny. Battle Healer, maybe she has like, I don't know. I don't think the Battle Healer would be funny. Firecracker, I don't know. She probably has like one or two good jokes. Royal Delivery, can't talk or anything. Skeleton Dragons, more slapstick. It's like two chuckles. Electro Spirit, slapstick, two chuckles. Electro Giant would honestly be pretty funny. Imagine he's like on stage with the microphone and they just randomly decides to like zap the shit out of someone for no reason. Like anytime he gets heckled, he just goes like this, boom, and just like that would be pretty funny. Mother Witch probably just has like grandma jokes. I don't know. Probably not funny, grandma. I'm sorry. Goblin Drill would not be funny. Because again, I can't talk. Golden Knight, I think Golden Knight would probably have the whole squad laughing. As long as he's not like super egotistical when he's telling jokes. Like, oh, I'm so awesome, but there's some people that don't think I'm awesome. Like, as long as he's not doing that stuff, I could tell he's probably funny. Archer Queen, I think, she's royalty. I think she'd definitely have some good jokes. Skeleton King, let's see, the king of slapstick comedy. Some good jokes. Mighty Miner. Again, I think Mighty Miner has some pretty good stories to tell, but I don't think he'd word it in a way that would be funny. So maybe like one or two chuckles. Phoenix is probably not funny. It's just a bird monk. Monk, I don't know. He's been around for probably like 1,000 years. I don't think he would care about telling jokes. So maybe if he does, it would be like one decent joke, I guess. Little Prince is gonna be obnoxious. You're kind of like a Jack Doherty type of kid. I wouldn't find your jokes funny. No one find your jokes funny. Like I don't care about Fortnite, bro. Like whatever. Sorry. Anyway, Void Spell can't talk. Goblin Demolisher. He seems like a chill guy. I think he'd have some good jokes, especially with the firecrackers. Like imagine he just throws a firecracker at somebody because he's being heckled at, and boom, they just like half their face just goes off. That'd be pretty funny. Goblin Curse can't talk or anything. Baby goblins are very smart, so I think the baby goblin would like think of the best possible jokes to make for their audience. Yeah, probably got the whole squad laughing. Suspicious Bush, I don't know. Like it's just honestly seeing a suspicious Bush slowly walk up to the microphone would be funny, but after that, like it's just not funny. Goblin Stein, again, kind of like smart, right? So he'd probably think of like the best jokes to make. Rune Giant, maybe like one decent joke. Berserker is probably not funny at all. Boss Bandit, I don't know. Boss Bandit, maybe like a decent joke or two. I don't know enough about Spirit Empress. So I'm just gonna say she has like decent jokes, I guess. Probably not the best. Vine Spell, probably not be funny. Let's say you have the Tower Troops, which I don't think any of them would crack good jokes. Besides the Royal Chef, which I think the Royal Chef would have some good jokes, but I don't know. Maybe Cannoneer could do a decent joke, and like the Dagger Duchess could do a decent joke, but I don't know if the Princess would be able to, have any good jokes. But anyway, wow, I'm like sped ran. Is that how you say it when you're speed running? After you speed run something, is that called sped ran? I guess I sped ran this video. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing as it would truly help me out a lot. And if you have any ideas or suggestions that I should do for my next video, please let me know in the comments down below because a lot of you guys have been suggesting some very good content. And yeah, I love to hear it and I love the support. And yeah. If you guys also disagree or agree with this video, like let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I always want to know what I can improve on. And as per usual, I hope you all enjoyed this video and I hope you all had a wonderful day and take care.